to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Been the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Buffalo Bills. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Andre Roberts on the return. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Singletary with his first carry of the game. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And that's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. The secondary, Charles, much maligned during the week. They didn't have their best game in the loss last week, but a nice play there.
Yeah, and I just know what they went through last week. I mean, ever since that time, their pride was hurt. They kept getting reminded of it in the local media, had to watch it on tape. And, you know, the coaches just got after them. They came in ready to play.
And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
It's taken to the 26. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 43. He'll set up to throw from the gun. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. 49 the mic. Watch 49.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
On 1st and 10, Darnold able to find his running back, Geis. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, the Jets turn to kicker Sam Ficken.
A 31-yard attempt.
Ficken's kick is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, first down.
Good. Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. And Mims has got it. Touchdown, Jets. Denzel Mims, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
On the return, the Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So, decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Flushed out right. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. On first down, Allen. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Bills nothing.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. And again, it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he slings one that's incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw once more. Allen hit. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. 20, 10, 5. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. It's a big run that time by Bell. 74 yards.
At the 7-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Geis, they'll try to run it. And that'll move them a little little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
He was brought down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Again, Geis. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen going deep for Diggs. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 76 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And it's 17-7.
Makes the score Jets 17, Bills 7. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Taken down back at the 15-yard line.
Now it's Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. To return is Roberts. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
And the
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Brought down at the
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
What I enjoyed most about watching Devin Singletary as a rookie, and he had a nice campaign, 775 yards on the ground and a rushing average in the top 5 in the league last year, is that what I saw in college transferred to the NFL. Continued to make the first tackler miss, whether he was in the hole or on the perimeter. I expect him to get to 1,000 yards rushing this season.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the rookie from Cal, Ashton Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
The tackle made.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
The pickup. 2nd and 6.
Darnold. He's got this one completed to Mims. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
On the carry.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
The line of scrimmage.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
58, come on. We got it.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
At the 45-yard line.
On first down, Darnold. And Darnold, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. He's at the 30, the 20, 10. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
Darnold now to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before the break. Darnold looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A 43-yard attempt.
Fickens' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Third and long, it's Darnold. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here now Roberts. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And John Brown's got it complete. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. They'll run on first down. Singletary. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
Pierre Desir on the stop. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
They run here with Singletary. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from taking the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. To throw on 2nd and 6. Darnold under pressure now. Darnold, and he goes down. A.J. Epinesa brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Back to throw, Darnold. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The veteran Mario Addison in there to drop him for a loss. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. And 3 yards there takes them to the 45.
Singletary, the Bills ball carrier.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd down and 7. Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. Singletary loses it, and it's scooped up by the Jets. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 36 yards on the play.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside, they can run a play down.
Nobody leaked. Big play. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
We go, Sack. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Here's Bell. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Ficken's kick is good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. It's his 3rd field goal now in the ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead. It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm. Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. 3rd quarter of a 2-point game, a good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10. I would expect to see some pressure here.
10 yards to go.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, a big seam, and he might go all the way. Past the 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Here we go. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
Darnold from the gun. Herndon's got it complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
The 43-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Push him back. 58, boy, 58.
Out of the gun, Geis. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. From the 35 on second down, Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Jets on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Darnold. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but it went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here. And you know, for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Allen now on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Not much there, only a yard.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Allen. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week, he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
The Bills on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To the air, Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken in at the 11. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate. A good punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll hand it down to Geis. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And that makes it a 9-point game.
Makes the score Jets 30, Bills 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this out to the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Going deep for Diggs. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Allen. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Allen. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. They create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Singletary, they'll run for it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
A gain of 14. And the Bills' 1st down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Allen's throw is complete, and he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
26 yards.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Singletary here running out of the gun, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a fourth down.
For the field goal, a 50-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good, and that'll move them back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. A gain of 6 there on first.
Out of bounds at the 31-yard line. A 6-yard.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves them with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
We dominate today.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Right there. 54. Right there.
Darnold now to throw. Off to Geis on the screen. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Here's the Jets punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands 1st and 10.
They're on 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Allen. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Touchdown.
Stephon Diggs, 76 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from taking the lead. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point.
Makes the score Bills 31, Jets 30.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown puts them up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a one-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Is good. Makes the score Bills 38, Jets 30.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time. And it's second down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down.
It's now 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear the Bills are going to win the football game.
Is a turnover on downs.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for Buffalo, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. And for Charles David...